Welcome to the Phone Arena video review of the Samsung Moment. The Moment is the second Android device offered by Sprint. Just a few weeks ago, they launched the heavily customized all-touchscreen Hero. The Moment is its polar opposite. This device runs the stock version of Android. As you can see, we have the little slider drawer here, and just 3 pages on the home screen. The widgets are very stock. It does come with the weather channel preloaded. However, that's simply an application available in the Android marketplace, not a custom widget like we see on the Hero. One of the big differences is the full QWERTY keyboard that you're going to find on the Moment. This will be a large differentiator for some people. However, we're not crazy about it. As you can see, the spacebar is integrated into the bottom row of keys, which does 2 things. First off, the spacebar is fairly small. Secondly, the keys on the bottom row are now offset, and that makes for an awkward typing angle. We're not crazy about not having a dedicated row of keys, of number keys, but if it comes down to that, or having the spacebar outside of the keyboard, we prefer the latter. Still, some people will like this option, and it'll be what pushes them towards the Moment instead of the Hero. Thankfully, there is an on-screen keyboard. It's just the stock Android keyboard. However, we were very pleased with it. It offers haptic feedback and will also give you an audible click if you like. Other differences is the processor. The Moment comes with an 800 MHz processor, one of the fastest ones we've seen from Android yet. With the stock build and fast processor, we expected this device to really fly. However, we didn't notice much of a noticeable difference. Yes, it is slightly quicker than the Hero and other Android devices that we've tested, but it's not noticeably so. We would have expected more from such an increased bump in power. One difference that is extremely noticeable is the display. HTC Android devices up until this point have used 65,000 color TFT screens. The Samsung Moment uses an AMOLED display with 16 million colors. It is very bright, very crisp, and also very blue. It didn't bother us too much, but there are some who'll notice the very cool tones of this display. Still, it's extremely crisp, it's easy to read in direct sunlight, and we're absolutely in love with it. Videos look great, pictures look fantastic, and all in all, it's the best display we've seen on an Android device yet. Other features of the Moment are fairly pedestrian. There is a 3.2 megapixel camera with flash on the back. The battery door has a soft touch feel, and as you notice, gets wet very easily. When it's wet like this, it actually gives it a completely different feel, which we found interesting. The side of the phone just has a simple volume rocker, as well as a camera key and voice command on the other side, and the micro USB port. Voice command is thankfully controlled by Nuance. We're not a huge fan of the stock Android voice control because, for one thing, you can't launch it with a Bluetooth headset. Nuance is as great as ever. It does feature capacitive buttons down at the bottom. The Hero had physical buttons, which in theory we like better. However, they were very easy to press, and we often found ourselves doing that in our pocket. We're not crazy about the touch-sensitive buttons either. We do like the 2 physical send and end keys. The other difference is the directional pad. It is an optical joystick. We've seen this on Blackberries before. However, with Blackberries you have an option to set the sensitivity. With the Moment you don't. It moved way too fast for our liking, but if someone could get some type of program where you can control the sensitivity, we think we would like it very much. It is a physical button as well, and pressing it will launch whatever application you're over. In terms of applications, there's nothing really new here. Again, being a stock build of Android, this is like pretty much any other Android phone you've used, such as the G1 or the MyTouch 3G. The Android marketplace is now over 10,000 apps strong, so there's a ton of customization that can be done to it. But out of the box, it's pretty vanilla. All in all, the Moment will offer a good companion to the HTC Hero. For those people who need the physical keyboard, the Moment has that, even though we're not crazy about it. The screen is gorgeous, and the processor is faster. Some people will like the stock Android build and to be able to do what they want with it, while others will prefer the HTC Sense UI. In the end, it really comes down to what you want in the phone. We suggest that you go play with one yourself.